Yeah, so thank you all for joining us this morning. This is Mary Eggert. I am the founder of Global Waterworks, and Global Waterworks is designed for you and for our planet, for the people on it, and for the business who can profit by being better stewards of water and the new water technologies available today. I just wanted to let you all know that this program today is really gathering our experts, individuals who have been connected for the last 7 to 10 weeks, and teeing up our program for next week when we can invite in a whole new set of connections, people from the Think Water Group, people from the Water Council, and others who have indicated a desire to expand our network for water. And what's really wonderful is that we have the resources here today, and we're excited to share with you the website. And you'll see on the website, if you haven't yet been there, we launched it on World Water Day, is that we have all of the places of connection and also a number of the resources being created, including a blog post, the Twitter feed, solutions, which include events like the meetup we conducted in Milwaukee, and then a request, as you see on the Make an Impact page, a request for case studies, examples that can be used to accelerate adoption of water technologies because people see how water is working. What many of you have asked about is, tell us more, what is the focus of Global Waterworks? And some of you know that there are about 3,000 associations dedicated to water, environmental concerns like the EPA, our group on the line, the Plumbing Manufacturers Association, who are dedicated to safe plumbing initiatives and to water saving initiatives, and the folks like the Water Council, number of amazing organizations, and we don't want to duplicate any of their efforts. Our goal is to promote smart water technology, the thought leaders from those organizations, and resources available to business today to help water work for the planet, people, and profit. And what's beautiful is we have a number of you on the line today. I wanted to have folks go through their introductions and just share what's of interest to them. We have a 30-minute call, and what we'll do is basically have you all meet each other and then share a little bit more on the resources you can start to use today, and then have Melissa Wilson, the author of Networlding, talk about a process that we can expand upon that we've already seen work through our networking efforts and hope to use to unite the world to make water work better. So if we could use the slide on the top, and I'll cue anyone who says they don't have a visual to it. And you can just message me in the box, but just share briefly your interest in making water work. And Melissa, we'll start with you and go from left to right. So Melissa, you're here and have done tremendous work, and maybe everyone in 20 seconds, and then we're going to turn it back over to you, Melissa.
Okay, I'm just letting you know that I downloaded the slides, but for some reason I'm on a Mac and I'm having trouble getting in the webinar.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I usually don't have trouble with it, but at any rate, I'm Melissa G. Wilson. I put the G in there since there's another person named Melissa Wilson out there, and if you put the G, you'll find me on the net. I've been involved in not-for-profit initiatives and impactful world initiatives for about, I want to say it's at least been 25 years. I've run a United Way. I've partnered with the city of Chicago, the state of Illinois, the SBA. I've done things in different countries, and I'm really passionate about accelerating successful make a difference projects. And so the Networlding process I've been involved with, I created it, and it became the name I called it when I did a 7th book on networking, or my 7th book, which was on networking, with the head of marketing for Motorola. And so that was back in the year 2000, and I spent many years trying to figure out how do you accelerate change in networks. And that's why I've been here and participating, because I really was was taken by the initiative and wanted to help as much as I could. So, that's a little bit about me. Thank you.
Yeah, and we'll be right back to you in a second here. So thank you, Melissa. Great to have you with us. And Maria.
Yes, my name is Maria DeSidu. I'm one of the founding members of Global Waterworks, and I'm a director. I serve as a communications director here at Global Waterworks. I am a former IBMer, and I believe that technology can help to solve some of the problems of the world. And if the water crisis isn't one of them, I don't know what is. So that's what brings me to Global Waterworks and to work with you.
You're in the right place. And Maria's she's our director of communications. She's also doing our media relations and outreach to the press. So thanks. Ronnie.
Hi, I'm Ronnie Averick. I'm also a founding member of Global Waterworks, and I come from a background in IT security and high awareness of security-related issues in technology, and I am very interested in the water issues as they relate to security issues for countries and for individuals, because water is simply a matter of security for urban life, for agricultural life, and for national life. And I'm very interested in connecting Global Waterworks with business opportunities to highlight the urgency of these issues and to accelerate the participation of businesses in solving these issues and in adopting water technologies.
Yeah, so fun to be working with you, Ronnie. Your creativity is always it's stimulating for all of us, and we'll have a new initiative we'll be sharing with everyone at our next call, which Ronnie started, so very excited about that. Barb, you're not able to see the PowerPoint, so if you could share your passion and the commitment here.
Sure. Well, as of April 15th, I will have been the CEO of PMI for 18 years, and was a former director of marketing for Raytheon Corporation, and was told 18 years ago they'd never hire a woman in plumbing, so here I am. And our vision is safe, responsible plumbing always. And so our association is comprised of the manufacturers of plumbing products, Kohler, Moen, Delta, Toto, the people that you'd find in your bathroom. And we have done initiatives like Flint, Michigan, where we partnered at the request of some union plumbers. We provided faucets on which they affixed filters so that the folks up in Flint could use the water there. And we're currently working to get some emergency legislation passed to fund the replacement of lead service lines in Michigan, as well as the authorization of WaterSense, which is a EPA program that promotes efficient plumbing products that not only work efficiently but deliver the performance that consumers need. We've worked also in places like Tulare, California, that has run out of water, and have provided them with some water-efficient products there too. We have a website called safeplumbing.org, and also have a pretty robust social media campaign to get the word out and encourage people to employ safe, responsible plumbing always.
Yeah, that's perfect. So glad to have you. And Barb's here from Phoenix, or Arizona, a few hours behind us. So thanks for being the early bird. And
you bet.
Randy, an hour ahead.
Hi, right. I'm Randy Penn, and I'm also a member of the founding team of Global Waterworks. And I'm working in the area of project management and marketing. And I have a tremendous interest in water issues, especially as they relate to sustainability and climate change. And I'm looking for ways to integrate business into various social issues, and have done that on many different platforms with different social issues. But I'm particularly interested in climate change and water at this point.
Right, and Randy's also a professor of brand marketing at New York University. So so good to have that expertise as well. And next, Mike. I think you're here.
Yeah, thanks, Mary. This is Mike Varner. I guess my background, I'm a CPA and MBA, and grew up in the public accounting audit business. Most of my work has been in financial services, insurance, investments, and those types of businesses. I'm a business process guy and a financial analyst type of skill set. I think that my interest in the past has not been as focused on water, but a point I'd like to land with the group is I think something we're going to tap into is the idea of legacy, and I find myself at a point in life where I want to do something more than spreadsheets and do something that makes a difference and something I can step back and say, wow, we had an impact for the greater good. So that's becoming water for me now, based on my association with the group, and my role, based on the numbers background, would be in the analysis and the economic decision making that's associated with water and water technologies.
Yes, and Mike, you'll be pleased to know this initiative I mentioned will likely announce in 2 weeks, has a lot of numbers support for it, with a legacy of success in delivering the types of results that will motivate business. So we'll share more soon. And Nate, I think you're with us. Maybe Nate's on mute. I can come back if you'll message me. Nate is with STEM Hero, and he's implemented a program that is now integrating all of the WaterSense technology information. It's for students in middle school to learn how their water works and to find water savings. And I'm pictured there. I'm the founder because I landed in the middle of WEFTech last October and learned about the global water crisis and the 40% gap we're expected to face, according to McKinsey and the World Bank, by 2030. I thought, there's probably no better investment of my time than to help see technology get to market to address that gap. And I'm thrilled to have Joan Rohr here, too, who's using technology. Joan.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I am Joan Rohr. I have spent the last 25, when I cough, more like 30 years in educational technology. So the technology end of it is extremely important to me. However, a good deal of my career has been focused on global collaborations and interactive technologies. So that landed me as executive director of my own nonprofit, which is a water education nonprofit, tying in my passion for bringing the global water crisis into classrooms, and the other part of my mission is to foster next generation water advocates. It's extremely important for me that student voices are heard. They're incredible voices. I've had the opportunity to facilitate some high school town hall sessions from Mott Middle College in Flint, and hearing students across the country or watching them listen and learn, and learning from their peers how to be advocates is my mission. I'm now working with, believe it or not, an 8-year-old out of Flint, Michigan, who has become quite the regional voice for the water crisis for students. So I'll be hosting student town halls for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders by the about mid-May, coming soon.
Oh, very exciting, and I think we need to leverage your technology for some of our initiatives too here, Joan. So good to have you on the call. And I'm aware we set up just 30 minutes for this call, and we have 7 other people we want to give brief introductions. But we also have a guest on from Singapore, a good friend of mine, who is uniting us with the Real Global Initiative. And Chris, could you tell us about your passion for water?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
We can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. Yeah, thanks. I just dialed in. It's actually, I think I'm the late bird here at just about 9:15 in the evening here in Singapore. I moved here from Chicago about 10 years ago. I have been an advisor and involved in a number of technology startup companies here in Singapore. I also have been, for a time, I was the CEO of a water technology startup using gas microbubbles, one called Nano3. And I'm on the business development for a company called MEDAD Technologies that has a very highly efficient, large-scale system for purifying water, very low-quality water. And also I'm the advisor for a company called Water Roam that has small-scale water purifications, low-cost water purifications for third-world applications like disaster or developed world areas. And it's a big brand here in Singapore. We're very famous for our water in this area, that we've developed a process of a small island of being self-sufficient in water after we were cut off by supplies by the Japanese during World War II. It was one of the mandates of the country that never happened again. So we recycle a great deal of our water. We desalinate a fair amount of our water here, and we have a lot of very advanced systems for water management and efficiency. And we're launching quite a number of technologies out of the island, both for the tropical region that we're in, but also things for global application as well. Yeah,
and it's just a thrill to be bridging the almost 12-hour zone, I guess. 13 hours, yes. So Chris, thanks for expanding our reach into Singapore and for the technology and insights you're bringing to this group. And I want to spend our time today on the people. So if everyone could just take 20 seconds and share their interests. The next group is all relatively new to this networking process. So we'll hear no more from Melissa on that. But David, I think you're here with us. It's David Goland. Perhaps David's on mute, and I'm going to look at the list. And David is actually an expert bringing energy knowledge to water and participated in our UW-Milwaukee session and is going to be supporting our group here with that expertise. And Aaron.
Yeah, hello, Mary. So my name is Aaron Smith. I'm actually a former colleague of Mary's, a longtime supporter of all the good work and things that she's done. I have a background working with nonprofits, currently at a consulting firm, and have a long history of building online communities and marketing and not-for-profits, professional services, et cetera. So hoping I can bring a little bit of that to help get the good word out about the program.
Yeah, and Aaron educated all sorts of associations on the use of social media, so is an expert in training and equipping people for digital PR strategies. So glad you're here with us. And speaking of media, Dawn Robinson is here, also from Plumbing Manufacturers.
Yes, thank you. My name is Dawn, and I am the communications manager for Plumbing Manufacturers International. And Barb kind of gave you a bit of a background on our group. We do a number of communications and outreach efforts. In addition to the website she mentioned, we do have public newsletters that go out once a month, which you're all welcome to sign up for. We have links right there on our website, and as well as a blog and a mobile app. And if you search for our mobile app, it's best to search under our full name, Plumbing Manufacturers International. You'll see it as it is, although we're getting ready to launch a revamp to that, so we're pretty excited about that. But I've just loved working with the manufacturers. I worked with one of the manufacturing members prior to my time with PMI, and it's really great to see everything that they do and the excitement that they have about global water issues and all the initiatives that you guys touch on. And we're actually really excited to have Mary join us as a guest speaker for one of our next outreach communication committee meetings. So we're really excited to connect with you and see what comes out of that.
Yeah, I think there's so much, as you said, great work going on. And when we all unite together, we have a line in Global Waterworks, you're uniting drops of interest for waves of impact. And we're really seeing that happen. And speaking of another one of those waves, I have Matt Bednarski, who's helping us with one of the water sense assessments that we'll be doing coming up here shortly. Matt, I think you're here.
I am. Good morning. My name is Matt Bednarski. I am a civil engineer at a firm here in Milwaukee called Grafe. I also have a degree in business. I have an MBA as well. And my background is really in sustainability and river restoration projects. But one of my roles is to connect the people who have water problems with the people my colleagues and my peers, not only at my firm but other firms, who can provide the solution. So I'm trying to bring the best teams possible forward for those solutions.
Yes, and Matt's also a part of the Wisconsin Water Thinkers group that's going to be augmenting our efforts here shortly, I hope, as well.
Yes,
so thank you. And Kim. I think Kim Kaminsky's on the line. You may be on mute.
Yes, I am. Good morning, everyone.
Good.
Sorry for inviting me. I am Kim Kaminsky, and Mary and I worked together in a professional capacity when she was with Tech Image. They were actually our PR agency and did phenomenal work for our company. And I've been in tech marketing for the majority of my career, so share with many of you on the phone who have already spoken the interest in leveraging technology for environmental and sustainability issues. Personally, I have just become, over the last couple of years, more interested in sustainability in general. And so when Mary kind of moved her focus into this area, I've got very interested in learning as much as I can about it, and I'm just here to offer support and find opportunities to volunteer and help the organization in any way I can. So thank you.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to know how to make a marketing machine run, turn to Kim. She's brilliant. I was thrilled to learn that she might have some extra time to help us, as it's a very critical period for our launch and expansion efforts with the needs of our world. So glad you could be here, Kim. And I think Shajan may be with us. I will introduce Shajan unless he comes on. Amazing man, one of the first recipients of the Brew sort of scholarship or endowment from the Water Council in Milwaukee. Shajan provides training programs. If you know of anyone who's looking for work in water, he actually has a new process for water, generating nutrients, energy, and water from wastewater, and has 10 special programs, some of which are funded by the Wisconsin Economic Development Council if someone needs work. So brilliant man, articulate spokesperson. We have videos up on the website and YouTube on him, and look forward to leveraging his expertise in these programs. And Jules, were you able to join us? So one more introduction I'll make is Jules Heinemann is on the board of Global Water Works and a leading marketer who's going to apply both his business knowledge and sales and go-to-market expertise to help expand our efforts. So the reason Global Water Works is because of all of you. I just really appreciate your being here. In the next week, we're going to launch an overview, another period where we'll be able to talk through the case studies and resources that we have available for your use to share with your network and with business and industry who are wondering if water is working. When I entered, people said there are no case studies, there are no examples, water doesn't have economic value, but in fact that's wrong, as Chris shared with what's happened with Singapore. When the well runs dry, we know the worth of water. And if you click through, I'll send this presentation is available for download for all of you on the Join free conference call site. And you can also link into our LinkedIn site, Facebook, or YouTube and find all sorts of water management case studies like you're seeing here from PepsiCo, from Unity Water, where an Israeli company called Takadu helped save 14 million in water leakage by spotting those leaks before they were reported back. Google, who's recycling 100%, using 100% recycled water to reduce their burden on our water resources. And I mentioned we wanted to show you these resources. We'll go into those in more detail in the future. We also have some books that we rely on. Melissa's going to share the networking expertise on developed through her networking program, but I wanted to point out this book is available on Amazon, and this deck does link back to it, where it does identify the 7 steps she'll share. Also, water thinkers have developed systems thinking, knowing water is complex and we need to integrate it all. And that's a very valuable book that the Think Water team recommends. And finally, Israel has developed technology similar to Singapore, a very diversified water base, which allows us to answer the question of water scarcity and find other ways to work with water smartly. And Melissa, I'll turn it over to you, and maybe you could do a 5-minute preview into what will start next week so people can get the word out to their circles of 10.
Sure. Actually, I'm going to make it 4 minutes since I have to jump off it promptly, and I know you want to wrap it up. I'm just so excited about this project because there's such passion, and I love the concept, the interest and awareness around this as a legacy project for many of us, or all of us, and I should say, and all of us, and the community impact. I would say the big thing I want to emphasize today from a start is to take a look back, and Mary, I don't think you mentioned again the values that were pretty much unearthed from the from that first wave that we started with when we began, but I don't know if you want to mention them again, because I think they're center points for and the foundation for where we started and where we're headed. And networlding is about figuring out what your values are, and then who are the people who have similar and complementary values, the values that drive you every day. When you get up, what are you thinking of? What is it that's really moving you? And definitely, I think one was making a difference, Mary.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
And I have the others. The other four were integrity, clarity, unity, and growth.
Mm-hmm. So I think those are really powerful values. And just to give you some context, through the years and working with lots and lots of people, the number one value actually that we found doing research among leaders was integrity, which translated into trust over time. How do we say what we're going to do and do what we say we're going to do? And that's where you begin with networlding, is looking at the values that you have as an individual and then finding others who you can connect to. And the problem that I see greatly, and I know we have another social media expert, we have PR experts here, we've got lots and lots of wonderful talent. I see a huge problem with a gap between people trying to connect to the many versus understanding the power of a smaller group, and where small groups and even one-to-one makes a difference. And that's what networlding shows. It says, hey, in the science of networks, don't forget that we're more impactful if we, if you will, slow down to speed up and start small to grow big. And so we've worked on a model that hopefully is going to continue to work internationally and continue to pull in new people. And I truly have never seen as good a facilitator as Mary, because we're virtual. We are all so busy. I'm also seeing a lot of people, I like to say, confusing activity with accomplishment. Not this group. You're definitely the exception. But one of the things I'd encourage in the second wave is, if you have any feeling about anyone you heard about, I would say the best thing to do, and Mary, correct me if I'm wrong, right now the group is small enough, have Mary make an introduction. I like to say the introduction is the new referral. I think it's important for us to start talking to each other, and I know that happened before, and I welcome that from my side. I love introducing people. I have lots and lots of executive connections, and my hope is that I can start bringing some people, maybe in the third or fourth wave, who are on the corporate level, who could help. I think we need to keep asking ourselves, who else should be involved and, if you will, invited into the circle, or into the circles as they develop into impactful waves. And so with this first step, it's figuring out who you should have in your own personal, what's called primary circle, and how to have these very conscious conversations that leverage into the bigger goal. And I mean, I'll put it out there. I'll keep making that request that I would love to talk to other people and get to know you more. I love to help people, and I love to promote them, and want to do everything I can for this group. On my side, in communities, the one thing that I'm working on, and that's the other thing about networking, if you're working on a project that might be able to connect and from that project leverage other opportunities for the group, I am working on a series of books now. As a publisher and writer for the last 6 years, I've been helping top thought leaders get books out so they can make a bigger difference in the world. And that gives me the most joy, and my number one goal is to make, or number one value is to make a difference. The books I'm working on are called the How to Start a Business In series. And in 1990, I came out with the first book for that for Chicago, and that's how I got involved in the city and the state and then the federal government, and then expanded out from there. Now I'm working on books for as many cities as possible to leverage monies from the book to help different cities all over the world. But I'm starting with cities in the U.S., and I'm starting with Chicago. So if there's something as I grow, it may take a while to get to your area, but I'd love to help in any way I can. And what I encourage you to do, as I said, is reach out to me, reach out to others, maybe just one person a week, since we're now going to go from every week meeting to every other week, and we've cut it down to 30 minutes. And I welcome you all to explore networking and see how it works, and use it as a tool however you want, and I'm always here to help if you need it. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much, Melissa. And so for future calls, what we will do is have an overview of a tool or a resource, and some of the organizations will be showcasing are on your screen now. And what we'll also do is ask you all to define what the time that we meet. I'm recommending that we, since we've been able to meet on Mondays at 8 a.m., it seemed to work. If everyone's okay with that time, that also allows for folks like Chris and the whole globe to fit in our call. A little tough for California, sorry, or for Arizona, Barb. But if anyone has thoughts on other times, chime in now, or any questions. Otherwise, we'll meet next week on April 11th at the same time, and I will post an update so you can send around this Eventbrite invitation to people you believe should join us, to hear about a tool, to hear about the networking process, and then to also get in some Q&A time. Chris said great time for him. Any comments, questions? I'm happy to stay on the call because we did promise a Q&A time, but you're also welcome to leave. I want to honor our time. So just to recap, we will meet next Monday morning and expand this to whoever you want, and who has an interest or passion on water, and it sounds like it's working for everyone else. And then leverage our website, leverage YouTube, share with us case studies that you think we should be promoting, and together we can make water work better for the future by applying the smart technology that's fortunately available today. So I'm here for Q&A for anyone else. And thank you so much for your time, you guys. We have a phenomenal team, and I know we'll be able to accomplish great things as we did with the first wave of water working. Thank you all. I think we'll call that a wrap, and see you next Monday or on the web. And please do also join our LinkedIn group, which is linked from our website at the very bottom. And that's at globalwaterworks.org. Have a great day.
Thanks, Mary.
Thanks, Mary. Have a great day.
Hey, you too, Kim. Okay.
Bye.
Dave and Mike, Maria and Ronnie and the whole crew. Aaron, thanks.